We're continuing our series on Battletech Advanced, and we are continuing to engage the clans while we await the pending update for this mod. We expect to have that momentarily. Well, not momentarily, probably in the next week or so. So in the meantime, let's jump into a mission. Sorry, we started a few minutes late today. Alright, so we got a data piracy, that's a 4 skull. We've got corporate secrets, which is a 4.5. Lost contact, which is recovery, which is off 4.5 and a 5. And a capture base, which is a full 5. So I think we go with the 4.5er here. Let's not mince words. I did travel to Clan Ghost Bear territory so I could actually sell some stuff and have some money. So as you can see, our war chest financially it's been redeveloped. In addition, got a couple mechs that we put together here. So we've got I added a king crab that was in development for quite some time. Seriously inclined to, well, I think I'm going to take the king crab instead of the atlas just to mix things up a little bit. I do love a good king crab. We're going to put our brawler in our king crab. We've got our warhawk, our Mackie for fire support. We're going to switch out the Bloodass D for a Bloodass Prime. And I think what we're going to do here is we're going to use our Timberwolves as our scouting element here. I think that will work well. Alright, so we're going to have our Madar. Our Madar got nerfed a little bit because we lost a couple clan Gauss rifles, so I had to put some PPCs on it temporarily. We'll take the king crab, the warhawk, the Mackie, the bloodass, the Timberwolves for flankers and scouts. And this is a recovery mission, so let's get into it. Madar is underweight. I know that because I ran out of pod space. So we'll see how the new Madar goes. We lost a little bit of our sniper firepower, but I think I made up a lot of it with adding some ERPPCs. Once I get some clan Gauss rifles, I will reconfigure that to a quad Gauss rifle build. So looking forward to a good stream with you guys on a Friday. Just a programming note, usually every day, Monday through Sunday, I am streaming Battletech Advanced at 9 a.m. There's a Eastern time. There's a couple of caveats to that though. So tomorrow, I normally on Saturdays have longer streams. However, I'm going to stick with a 6 to 8 time frame tomorrow because I have some things to do before my pending move. And then next Wednesday, there will not be a stream because I will be actually physically moving next Wednesday. Really excited about setting up the new studio. We're going to have some really nice, useful equipment and features for streaming at the new location. All right, let's jump into this.
Command interface initiated.
All right. Secure the area around the facility and get the cargo loaded aboard a mech. Okay. Once you've got it, Simray will pick you up at the second LZ.
Time to get dirty.
Alright, so this is a 4.5 skull mission against the clans, so
Ready, Commander.
anything and everything could happen here. Alright, so let's push up with our Timberwolf. Okay, we can get vision on the first target here. Let's see what we're up against. Don't see any turrets. That's a good thing. Alright, so we got a linebacker. We got a 65 tonner and an 85 tonner. I really thought we would have more tonnage here, which means there's probably going to be some reinforcements before we know it. Alright, so let's do some laser spam and hopefully get a tag on this linebacker. Okay, we got the tag on the linebacker, so if we can eliminate that linebacker before the rest of the enemy gets here, that will be a huge benefit to us. Our other Timberwolf's not in range to get vision, so that Timberwolf's probably going to last another round unless we get very lucky with some indirect fire here. Let's see. Yeah, Warhawk cannot get into range.
Standing by.
If they can't get in the range, there's no way our blood ass will get into range, so we're going to have to wait around there.
Standing by. Roger.
King Crab is going to slowly get into position. One of the downsides of the King
What do you
Crab
need,
is
Commander?
its speed. Alright, so our fire support could do some damage to this linebacker. But I'm feeling like the best use of our Inferno ammo is going to be to set this area on fire. Both because there's a mech in there and because it'll impact these other mechs here. If we
Heat be
force them
damned,
into
I'm
that
firing
area.
everything.
So let's do that. Let's set up some
Don't worry,
Inferno.
don't worry. I'm okay. They barely touched me.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
We have our Madar.
Let's make some bad decisions.
targets in
high
range.
speed.
Alright, linebacker shoots at our Timberwolf and misses. And he withdraws. Interesting. Oh no, he didn't withdraw. He just moved laterally. Probably buying some time for his reinforcements to catch up to him. It's actually a pretty smart move.
Ready, Commander.
Let's see. Alright, let's move up our Timberwolf to get some cover and get some vision. So we have a linebacker still, a Royal Catapults, a Rifleman, and Hellhound. So I would actually argue we're going to want to hit this Royal Catapult first. Take some of those weapons off, so we'll go for one of the arms. Try to do some damage to the weapon systems on that catapult. It's not always the most powerful enemy. Sometimes it's an enemy that you can get off the field quickly that has a lot of firepower. The catapult definitely falls into this category. Has a lot of firepower, but they're very squishy.
Roger that. Firing on target.
So it's a good target for us to try to get off the field really quickly.
Yep.
Especially since I don't even care about salvage on a Royal Catapult.
Copy that.
Alright, there goes half of his weapons. That's good.
Nice. Got past his armor.
This is just the initial skirmish. I know because this is a 4.5 skull mission, and none of these mechs are really a threat. So that tells me... Oh, there goes the rifleman. He overheated. So that tells me that there's going to be a reinforcement wave that's going to be significant in nature. So we really want to get through this wave quickly to minimize damage to our armor.
Ready for orders.
Let's push up with our King Crab. Our King Crab has a Gauss, a whole bunch of ER medium lasers, and I gave him some reloading rocket launchers for a really strong 1-2 punch at close range. Should be a nice build for him. Let's go ahead and take the shot at this linebacker. Oh, we got lucky there. I didn't expect to make that shot. Yeah, this is just the appetizer of this mission, I guarantee you. Good afternoon, Steinen86. Thank you for joining us. I don't believe I've seen you on our streams before. Really appreciate you stopping by. Are you a fan of BattleTech Advanced? Or are you just checking BattleTech out today?
What do you need, Commander?
I like to keep in mind what all of our viewers' experiences with the mod, or the game for that matter. Let's just do HE rounds here. Do Battlelord, and let's see if we can get lucky and finish off this catapult.
Taking the shot, Commander. That target's having
nice
a
hit.
real bad.
Nice hit there.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Right, our Madar's moving into
Alright, let's get
position.
down to it.
Definitely our heavy hitter here. Let's see if we can finish off this catapult
See
here.
if I'm smart enough to line this up.
Ended up hitting our own Timberwolf
Salvage anyways.
in the rear. That's not good. Oh, Warhawk. All right, here we go. Oh, welcome, Steinen. We really appreciate fans of BattleTech here on the channel. Please give us a follow if you're interested. In addition to giving you some fun gameplay, we also have a Funko Pop giveaway. So if you give us a follow, you're entered in for a chance to win a Funko Pop giveaway.
I'm taking
So
a pounding, Commander.
please consider
Losing armor.
giving us a follow, and we'd love to have experienced BattleTech people into our stream. Really appreciate it. You're playing BattleTech Extended right now, which is a very solid mod. I would say it's my second favorite mod for BattleTech.
I can see why people enjoy this one.
A Funko Pop is a character. It's basically a bobblehead. They're very popular. If you look them up, they're definitely a collector's item. So, for example, if you like Marvel, you can get a Funko Pop of any of the Marvel characters. If you like certain TV shows, they're also available. So that's kind of what a Funko Pop is. It's like a little bobblehead. I would show you one, but all of my Funko Pops are packed away because I'm about to move. But that's the best way I could describe it. Is it's literally just a bobblehead character that you can put on your desktop. You can put on a display shelf. They're a lot of fun, and they're very, very well done and realistic. So I enjoy them quite a bit. Maybe in between missions, if you're still on, I'll see if I can find one of my Funko Pops. But most of them are packed away at the moment. So, as somebody who's played Extended and BattleTech Advanced, I'm curious about
Waiting for orders.
if you have a preference for Extended and that's why you're playing it, or you're just trying something new.
On my way.
I've done several playthroughs with Extended, but I find BattleTech Advanced is the better overall experience for me.
Got
I
it.
always like to hear what other people think about their experiences, especially with other mods.
Gotcha.
So let us know.
Good to go.
I will say I do like Extended quite a bit. The problem I have is if you want to fight the clans, you either have to wait for a decade or you have to start right when the clan invasion starts and you're not prepared. So I wish BattleTech Extended had an option to start your campaign about 5 years before the clan invasion, so you could actually build up a nice company before you fight the clans. That's just me. So, Steinen, do you have like a TV show or a movie series or type that you like? Just curious, because that would be the type of thing you would get a Funko Pop for. So if there was like
Commander?
a movie that you really liked or a TV show, a character from that TV show or movie would be a good example of what a Funko Pop would be. Alright, let's do Precision Strike. We have Precision Strike available. I don't really care about salvage on this linebacker. I'm not a big fan of the linebacker. Although this one is decent because it has a Gauss rifle. But I'm just going to go center torso here. We've got bigger fish to fry on this mission. Let's just get rid of that guy.
People enjoy this line of work.
Again, I'm trying to preserve my armor because I think the next round is going to be nice. I'd like a Funko Pop of Sherry Harrison from the game Ion Fury. Unfortunately, Steinen, I don't think that is a game that has Funko Pops. There are some games that have Funko Pops, but you have to think of larger, very popular games because Funko Pops have a certain critical mass. So, hard hit on our Timberwolf there, by the way. So we're going to have to watch him the rest of the mission. But, for example, some video games that do have Funko Pops would be Doom, any of the Halo series, there's Funko Pops for that. So it has to be a fairly popular game for there to be a Funko Pop available, if that helps quantify things for you. All right, let's start working on this Warhawk. It's overheated, so we can take some shots at its legs. Also, nice positive there. So, when you think about it, Simon,
What do you
it's
need,
got to be a
Commander?
fairly popular video game or show. For example, if you
Time
like
to pour on the
Marvel
speed.
or DC, there's tons of Marvel or DC Funko Pops. So that's probably kind of the realm that you need to think of if you want to think of a property that you would like. You know, I wish there if that's fine if you don't want a Funko Pop.
On the clock.
No problem. You could give us a follow though, just because you enjoy the gameplay. We're not going to say no to it if you just want to follow us. We have over almost 3,000 followers now, so the chances of getting a Funko Pop, you know, are limited by the fact that we have a substantial number of viewers. All right, so let's hit the leg here on this Warhawk. Try to knock it down. Trying to maximize salvage because I love Warhawks. One of my favorite lighter assaults is the Warhawk. Again, this is just the beginning round of this battle. I'm quite certain that we're going to have a significant enemy force coming, because this is a 4.5 skull mission, and I haven't seen anything close to that difficulty yet.
Moving, Commander.
Let's see if we can backstab this Hellhound here. Get it to go away, hopefully. Ooh, almost enough. You could feel it.
LRM bins are out.
Yeah, I love that moment when you're anticipating that an enemy's gonna... Oh! Well, the Warhawk exploded itself due to heat. That's a shame, because that limits how much salvage we get. But again, we're probably going to have multiple rounds here. So we're probably best off just killing this first round as quickly as possible and preserving our armor for the next round.
Roger that.
Oh, lots of whiffs there. Lots of whiffs. So, Steinen,
Waiting for orders.
some people who watch our streams do not know about Extended as much because I focus on BTA. Why don't you tell us the positives of Extended and why you're playing that game instead of another mod? They're all good. Don't get me wrong. But I always like to ask people who are playing other mods what they find interesting in that mod. Okay, so you might want to circle back to BTA at some point. Because that bug was fixed quite a while ago. So BTA, I would argue, is actually the most stable of
Back
all
up. Ready for more.
the BattleTech mods in my experience. But hey, if you like Extended, there's nothing wrong with that. The Extended is a very solid mod. I enjoy the fact that the map changes over time, and that you have a very long window. Again, the only downside I find with Extended is if you want to fight the clan invasion,
Tell me what to
you
shoot.
either have to kill time for 10 years, or you have to start fighting the clans right when they show up, which is not really a good situation in my opinion. I like to build up my company, as you can see here, before I go into the clan space. But hey, everybody has different things they like about mods. And we're all just happy We're all just happy to
What do you
have
need, Commander?
a great community for BattleTech Advanced. It's really amazing to think about the fact
On the way, nice and slow.
that this game is almost 3 years old, and we finally have, or we still have, a very robust mod community for a game that's been around as long as it has. So, very fortunate about that. Do you play any other games, or do you really focus on BattleTech yourself? I like to play multiple games, but right now I'm getting ready for a move. So I've really been focused on BattleTech because I know it the best, and it gives me the opportunity to really bring a good streaming experience to my audience. So
What do you need?
that's why I favor BattleTech at the moment. But once I complete my move,
Let's get down to it.
which should be next week, I'm looking forward to having a wide range of games on the channel. Ah, Steinen, that 86, that's a wide range of games that you play.
What do you need, Commander?
I always like to
On the way, nice and
support
slow.
other streamers on my channel. So my next question is, do you stream any games, or do you just come to Twitch primarily to watch other people play? No issues either way. I'm just always curious, and I like to support other small streamers
The asset is being
because
secured.
we are...
Ready for retrieval.
That's it? That was the worst 4.5 skull mission ever. I'm very disappointed in that mission. Had I known that that was the only lance, I would have handled it much differently. Oh, that's too bad. Your internet is incapable. What is it? Just your internet speed that keeps you from streaming? Because that's too bad. I really like to support as many streamers as possible on the Twitch streams. Alright, let's see. We only got one part of that Warhawk because it killed itself. Ooh, yeah, your upload speed is 1 megabit. That's, yeah, you can't, unfortunately, it's impossible to stream with that level of streaming capability. Alright, so let's look at components here, because I'm not really seeing any mechs that get me too excited. We could take the ATM-9. We got plenty of heavy large laser. I'll take that. I like heavy large lasers. Heavy large lasers for their tonnage are fantastic. The accuracy is a problem, so it's definitely a close range weapon. But I do like those. Ultra Cannon 2 clan, not too excited about that. Ferrofibrous, double heat sinks. I got more double heat sinks than I know what to do with. Alright, so yeah, I guess we're going to take salvage here, so we'll take the linebacker. I mean, I can always put a linebacker together and then sell it, so that's not a totally negative thing. So we'll do that. So we got Hellhound, linebacker, Hellhound, Hellhound, linebacker, 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 linebacker. So we can put a linebacker together. Rifleman, Royal Catapult, Warhawk, and some components. Actually, not that bad for only fighting 1 star of the enemy. That's pretty good salvage. Simon says, I'm a bit sad that BattleTech seems to be finished. I would nothing more than a dig into the memory handling of this game and give it the Factorio treatment. I don't think BattleTech is finished at all. BattleTech continues to be very popular, especially with the modding community. BattleTech Advanced gives you a significant upgrade. I would say every 2 weeks to a month. There's a significant upgrade on BattleTech Advanced. There's tons of new mechs. There's tons of new challenges. There's lots of new twerks to the game. I think the skill system that BattleTech Advanced has is by far the best for your pilots. There's so many variations on the skill tree that you can set up a pilot for exactly the type of mech that you want. Unfortunately, upgrades to the engine is not possible for BattleTech. That is true. That's one downside of playing an older game. There's lots of games that I'm actually going to rotate into the rotation on the channel once I complete my move. I like to play a game at least 10 to 15 hours before I stream it. And unfortunately, with my move right now, I just don't have time to do that. So that's why I'm focusing in on BattleTech, because I know that very well. All right, let's go into storage, see what we have to put together. All right, so I know we can at least put together a linebacker. We should be able, all right, so here's a linebacker. So we can put together linebacker B. So the linebacker B has the Goss, which is my favorite. Although this linebacker Prime has 2 ERPPCs. Might be able to do something with the Prime. I don't like the Ultra Cannon version. I'm thinking we could do more with the Prime version of the linebacker, actually. So we'll put that together. I don't know how much I'll use it.
That mech you wanted is back online.
But it's another clan mech. If I don't use it, I can always sell it. I want to thank everybody who's joining the stream. Feel free to engage in the chat room. We want to make this an engaging experience for everybody. And as mentioned before, we do have our Funko Pop giveaway. If you like Funko Pops, you like free stuff, just give us a holler on the Funko Pop. And it basically, the Funko Pop giveaway is anything that you can find on Amazon for less than $20, which is a wide range of pops. All you have to do is give me the pop number, and I'll get you that pop and send it to you directly through Amazon. Conversely, if you just say, hey, I really like Batman, can you find me a cool Batman pop? I will find you a cool Batman pop and send it to you, so it could be kind of like a surprise. So that's the 2 ways we can skin that cat. All right, let's look at our linebacker. It's pretty solid for 65 tons. Dual PPC. It's basically a Timberwolf, like a downgraded Timberwolf when you think about it. All right, so let's wait the 1 day for our Timberwolf.
Job's done, Commander.
Because our next mission is going to be fun. It's a full 5-skull mission against the clans. Let's see. I think we had to do a couple of things in the barracks here, too. We're definitely going to take all of our best pilots on this mission.
What do you need, Commander?
When it's a level 5 pilot or
Commander?
level 5 mission against the clans, we're not going to mess around and take anybody but the best pilots.
Waiting for orders.
That is for sure.
Mech Warrior training.
So I'm sorry that you're feeling that BattleTech is winding down. I still feel like it has a very robust community. It's still very popular
Waiting for
its age. It's still a very popular game. I enjoy it quite a bit. I am going to
I'm
expand
receiving
to some other games once I complete my move, which
What do
is
you
going to
need?
happen next week.
Training.
But I'll still be playing BattleTech because it is. The one thing I like about BattleTech is it really challenges me mentally, which I find is actually a great way to wake up in the morning,
Mech Warrior training complete.
to have some mental challenges before I start my work day. Actually works pretty well, so I like to do that. All right, let's enough talking about me. Let's get this mission tuned up. So we got a level 5 recovery mission. Hopefully it's going to be more challenging than the last mission, which was very disappointing. All right, we're taking all the top pilots now. No question about it. So we're taking techs. Those of you that might be asking why I'm not taking my player character actually suffered a serious injury, and he's still showing as alive because the player character can't die, but anytime I put him in a mech, he shows as dead when we're on the planet. So I can't use that character, unfortunately. Alright, so... let's make sure we're taking every level 10 pilot we have available. Alright. Let's see. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out the best builds. We'll put Saber Wolf here in the Blood Asp. So we got a Madar, King Crab, Warhawk, Mackie, Blood Asp, Timberwolf on a 5 skull mission. Let's do this. So in this mission, the Madar and the King Crab are kind of like our brawlers and our heavy hitters. And then we've got fire support with the Blood Asp, the Mackie, and the Warhawk. And then we have flankers and scouts in the Timberwolves. That usually works out pretty well. Once you get above 4 skull missions, what you would consider a scout mech against the clans doesn't really work. So because the clans have such superior technology, you can't rely on evasion to protect your scouts. So your scouts need a certain amount of tonnage to really survive. So I've tried a wide range of lighter clan mechs for scouts, and it just doesn't work. So once it works for lower level missions, but once we get to level 4 and above, you kind of need a heavier mech that still has some speed to be your scout. And I find the Timberwolf is excellent for that. Alright. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting map. Recover the scientists by securing the designated areas. We only have one objective, and we're going to move along this peninsula here to get to the objective. Okay.
Receiving you.
Alright. We're gonna start by moving along the coast here, because we're gonna get more movement that way.
On the way, nice and slow.
Then we're gonna move probably up into the hills when we need some cover. Really appreciate everybody for joining our stream. We're doing a 5 skull mission against the clans here on BattleTech Advanced. Doesn't get any harder than this. We've got 5 skull, we've got clans. This should be an entertaining mission.
Ready for orders.
So really appreciate everybody joining us. Please get involved in the chat room. If you have any questions, comments, information, suggestions,
On the way,
we're
nice
very
and slow.
open to suggestions on this channel. So if you're like, hey, you're missing this, or hey, watch out for that, I definitely appreciate people that are going to give me positive feedback and good ideas on how we can win a mission. I know there's some streamers who are like, yeah, don't distract me during a mission. I'm going to do things my way. I don't have that mentality. I think even though I've been playing this game for 4,000 hours, I'm still learning every time I play this game.
On the way, nice and slow.
Feedback is welcome. That's one of the reasons I love this game, even though it's almost 3 years old.
Right, Commander.
Because it challenges me mentally every time I play the game. Every time I play this game, there's something new. Something new I learn, some different strategy I come up with. So, you know, when I get to the point where I can do every mission with my eyes closed, then that'll be time to put BattleTech away. But we haven't gotten even close to that yet. Alright, let's push the Warhawk over here. Alright, we've got to see some enemy forces here. I'm really surprised we haven't seen any enemy activity yet here.
Betcha.
There we go. Any contact? Alright, so it looks like they're trying to give us the opportunity to go for the objective. Right? They're trying to trick, in my mind, they're trying to trick us into going for the objective here.
On the way, nice and slow.
They're like, hey, we're not defending the objective. Why don't you come in and take it? You know what that is? That's a trap.
Moving, Commander.
We got to clear out some of these enemies first. We've got this sorcerer is an assault. So we've got a sorcerer, we've got a 95 tonner, we've got 85 tonner. This is going to be a significant enemy force, so we don't want to rush into
Ready, Commander.
the attack here. We want to be very smart about it. Alright, move our Timberwolf up just a little bit. We get vision. Oh, an executioner. Okay, those are... See what the executioner has. Yeah, Gauss rifle. This is a more dangerous of the executioners. Sorcerer is a assault, ERPPCs. So this is definitely a long-range fire support mech. I would argue the sorcerer is probably the most dangerous from a firepower standpoint. So let's go after the sorcerer first. Want to try to...
What can I do for you?
We don't want to push up, because if we push up, we're actually going to be in a very bad spot. There isn't a lot of cover up there. There's spore fields. We're far better engaging these enemies at long range and taking some of them out before we go for the objective. It's kind of setting up a trap by having the enemy away from the objective and trying to encourage the player to go for the objective instead of destroying the enemy mechs, which is a big mistake. You don't want to do that. Alright, let's push up our Warhawk.
Copy that.
We're going to keep working on this sorcerer here. When possible, try to engage one enemy mech at a time. It will serve you well if you do that.
Confirmed.
The clans might consider it dishonorable, but you know what? I don't care about honor. I care about succeeding in this mission. Alright, so the Blood Asp doesn't have vision on the Sorcerer, so we'll switch up targets and go for the Executioner. Get a tag on it. Ooh, head injury. Very nice. That's a good start on the executioner.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, we need to push up with our king crab.
Roger that.
I like to have at least one long-range weapon on each of my mechs. So this way, at least the king crab, while it moves into position, can still shoot at these targets with its Gauss rifle.
Damn it.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, here's our most important weapon
On the way, nice and slow.
right now. In this situation, we have our sniper artillery. So let's actually hit the sorcerer with this. This will both overheat it and actually, yeah, we'll hit we'll hit the sorcerer. It'll also cause havoc for the other mechs that are moving up because it'll
Heat be
create a
damned,
nice
I'm
little
firing everything.
inferno field around that sorcerer. Okay. See, that inferno field is causing heat issues for all of the mechs around it. You want to, when you're using artillery, especially inferno artillery, you should be thinking, how can I make the most of this weapon to engage as many targets as possible? All right, we got our Gauss rifle. Going for a precision strike to the head here because the executioner already has damage to the head, so if we get any weapons somewhat close to the head, we might get a kill here. So let's take the shot.
Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up.
Alright, didn't get it that time. Alright, let's see if the sorcerer does. It's going to be... Heat is going to be an issue for the sorcerer here. Still shooting all of its weapons, so the question is it going to overheat here? Oh, it overheated and destroyed itself, which is a shame. I would have liked to have gotten more mech parts out of that, but here comes a 100-tonner, so that might be the better use of our salvage. Let's see what happens. Sorry about that bot in the chat room. It should be gone momentarily. Oh, we got 200-tonners moving in. So, like I said, they were trying to sucker us into attacking the objective. Alright, that one Timberwolf we're going to have to pull back because it is getting plastered. Alright, so we got a Warhawk C, the Executioner. And then we have these 200-ton mechs coming. So we still have lots of clan firepower. Hey, Skewed One, thank you for getting rid of that bot. Really appreciate it, and it's great to see you on the stream. I didn't see you arrive. So thank you for coming by. All right, can we do a precision strike on this Executioner? Let's see. No, because our Timberwolf does not have a targeting computer. So, all right, let's just spam. I'm not even going to do a called shot here. We're just going to spam. Spam the Executioner here. Maybe we'll get lucky and hit the head. Ooh, there's a couple of shots that were really close to the head there.
Dealt a heavy hit there.
I hear
I'd
you.
love to get rid of that Executioner. Alright, let's pull back the Timberwolf as much as we can while keeping in the fight. Get some stability back. And we'll also shoot at the Executioner here. Nice hits there. Oh, hey, Skewed One. You've been playing Fuser all day. I forgot yesterday was your day off. So I'm sure you're trying to make the most of your day off with some Fuser. Can't blame you for that. All right, let's push our Warhawk up so it can be kind of a tanker here. their Warhawk moved up trying to get us to go after their Warhawk, but we're not doing that. We're going for... So what we're going to actually do, we'll do some multi-target here. So we're going to hit the Warhawk with our tag, and everything else is going to go into the Executioner.
Multiple enemies. Locked
Okay, so
on.
we got a tag on that Warhawk, which is good for us. Ah, and we got knocked down on the Executioner. Very nice. Very nice, very nice.
Good to go.
Alright, let's push up our Blood Asp here.
Moving out.
I gotta say, Skewed One, you really are getting the most out of that Fuser game. You really seem to be enjoying it quite a bit. I'm happy to hear about that. Alright, let's hit the Warhawk. Pretty good hits there. Oh, the Executioner ejected. Very nice. We're gonna get some good salvage. Oh, we got a King Crab. Oof. Alright, that's a lot of firepower. I wasn't expecting a King Crab here.
Wow. My armor's getting ripped off.
Wasn't expecting a King Crab on this mission.
Good to go.
If you tell me I'm fighting the clans and I'm fighting a 100-ton mech, I'm not really expecting a King Crab very often. Alright. Take the shot at this Warhawk. Oh, we were lucky to get a hit there. We got a missile boat that's going to tear into the Timberwolf while we're down. Hey IMG! Yep, it's the 4Z. I know you love the King Crab.
What do you need, Commander?
How are you doing today? Really great to have you joining us. I understand there was a problem
On the
with our
way,
stream
nice and slow.
yesterday. Sorry to everybody about that. Apparently, I wasn't getting any notices of any issues on my end, but apparently we were having some issues. What do we want to do with our artillery? I think what we want to do is get some Inferno on this 100-ton mech that keeps shooting LRMs at us.
Ooh, is it time to press the Alpha Strike button?
I think that's the
love
best
Alpha
use of
Strike
our
button.
artillery there.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm okay. They barely touched me.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, we got our Madar.
All right, let's get down.
IMG, just to give you an update, on our last stream yesterday, our Madar lost some of his Gauss rifles. So temporarily I had to replace them with ERPPCs. Once I get some more clan Gauss rifles, we'll be fixing that issue. But this is actually working out as a decent build with ERPPCs. Alright, let's go for the head on the Warhawk here.
See if I'm sober enough to find
Yes! Alright, head hit on the Warhawk.
I'm legally
Very
obligated
nice.
to inform you I'm paid per kill. I can see why people are
No! IMG, are you upset about the fact that we changed it from being a quad Gauss? Don't worry, we'll get it fixed. We'll get it fixed as soon as we can. Also, IMG, I'll reach out to you today and we'll see if we can set up a time to go through OBS, hopefully this afternoon, as we talked about. So, and also, just a programming note, IMG and I are planning to play some MechWarrior 5 later on early this evening. If you're interested, please keep an eye out. Just one more reason to give us a follow. All right, let's go for the head on the leg on the King Crab here. Oh, that's okay. We'll fix the Madar. We just need, I think, one more clan Gauss rifle to rebuild it.
Move into position.
But it's actually doing okay with the ERPPCs, as you saw. All right, let's keep working on the King Crab here. It's in the spore field. Or it's not, actually. Just past the spore field.
Ready for order.
I'm hoping we get another enemy wave because
Consider it done.
this mission is going super smooth, which means there's probably another enemy wave coming. Alright, there goes the king crab.
I hope we can salvage.
We're going to have lots of assault salvage on this mission, which is always great.
Commander?
Alright, Timberwolf. Fortunately, the Timberwolf just got knocked down there. It still has a fair amount of armor left, so we don't have to baby the Timberwolf yet. Alright, let's push up this Timberwolf up to capture the objective, which will probably trigger enemy reinforcements, if I had to guess. Because this mission has been a little light. Alright, oh, direwolf! Oh, here we go. This is the salvage of the mission right here, this direwolf. I'm very excited. Oh, no. No, direwolf, don't kill yourself. Oh. I'm telling you, it's so hard to get direwolf parts because they almost always suffer a complete destruction.
Let's move.
Before you can take their head off. Oh, I was so excited about that dire wolf. It's one of my favorite mechs, and I still think I'm 3 parts away from getting a dire wolf. Oh, that was painful.
All right, let's get down to it.
The asset has been secured.
Oh, that's it?
Retrieval.
Oh, man. I didn't even get to shoot at it, I know. I mean, we did get some really good assault parts out of that mission, so I can't really complain. We're going to get some good stuff here. Alright, so we got one dire wolf. I'm not a big fan of the executioner. I already have a king crab. I don't really need another king crab. I actually like the sorcerer. The sorcerer is far superior to the executioner, but I only got one mech part out of that. I'm almost inclined to take the Warhawk parts more than the executioner. I like the Warhawk more than I like the executioner. Let's see. Oh, hey Stein, 86. He says, last time I played BTA, I managed to get a headshot on a direwolf 5 parts for a full mech, and the game froze because of that bug. Might have uninstalled the game after that. Yeah, I can understand that, Steinen. Do you know when that was? Because Battletech Advanced is actually very stable right now. I can't think of any serious bugs we've had in quite some time in BTA. So, I would definitely consider giving Battletech Advanced another go. There's nothing wrong with Extended. If you're happy with that, then keep playing it. I don't think we've had any issues like that recently, Steinen. So we got Direwolf, Executioner, King Crab, Sorcerer, Warhawk, and some components. You know, I've got more double heat sinks than I know what to do with at this point. It's kind of comical. These clan parts are worth a small fortune. All I would have to do is go back to the inner sphere and I could retire a wealthy, wealthy man at this point. So yeah, so now we have only 2 parts of a direwolf, unfortunately. We have one more mission on this planet, so we can hope we get lucky here. We have just enough time for this last mission. It's a 4-skull mission, capture base. Okay, alright. So, we'll go with our Madar, King Crab, Warhawk, Mackie, Bloodass, Timberwolf. This is a very solid company. This is a very solid drop company for me. Like I said, once you get over 4 skulls against the clans, lighter mechs as scouts really don't work. I've tried it. It just doesn't work in my experience. IMG, I think you're playing the clans right now. You have... Oh, IMG says he has so many clan double heatsink kits, and he never gets lucky enough to get extra sinks. Oh, man. See, I'm the opposite, IMG. I cannot get double heatsink kits for the clans to save my life. But I've got over 100 double heatsinks. So if only we could trade... If only there was a virtual marketplace where we could trade double heatsinks for double heatsink kits, we would both be very happy. What's my opinion on BTR? Clarify that for me. Oh, are you talking about BattleTech Revised? I mean, I played it briefly, but it didn't have the same map. It's basically just an upgraded version of the base game. I found that the other game mods, RogueTech, BattleTech Extended, or BattleTech Advanced, have the much larger map, which is really what I like. I don't like having that original base game map. It's so limited on what you can do.
Ready, Commander.
Alright, we know this map well. Okay, so we got an Annihilator, an 85 tonner. We got some turrets to deal with. Okay. Alright, what do I want to do here? I don't want to put the Timberwolf up against that Annihilator by itself. So let's actually push up and have the Timberwolf set up on the hill here for fire support. So, I mean, I think BattleTech Revised is a solid update of the base game. But I don't like it as much as I like BattleTech Advanced. You know, I probably sound like a broken record, but BattleTech Advanced, I think, is the best bang for your buck when it comes to a mod. Not only that, but the community for BattleTech Advanced is amazing. So, the developers for BattleTech Advanced are 100% open to feedback, and they're very open about what they're doing with their mod, what their plans are, etc., etc.
I copy.
Yep, the Annihilator does have decent hit points. I'm being a little risky here by pushing up my Warhawk on this Annihilator, but I want to get a tag on him. Hopefully I don't regret this. Okay, at least we got a couple of sensor impaired shots on the Annihilator. We kind of had to move something up to the front line, and Warhawks, for their tonnage, are pretty tough.
Don't worry. I'm okay.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty comfortable about that. Alright, let's push up the Bloodass here.
Beat the cake.
Alright, what else do we have here? We got a Royal Stalker. We got a much better hit percent chance on the Royal Stalker, so we'll take that shot.
Ready for orders.
Alright, King Crab, you need to go in and tank. That's what you are here for.
On the move. Full
The
speed.
King Crab is my brawler. Okay. Again, you're... I can't take this shot because I'm really worried I'm going to go into the rear of my Warhawk, so we're not going to take that shot. I wanted to, but I'm not going to.
What do you need, Commander?
Right, here's our ace in the hole, our fire support.
Time to pour on the speed.
Alright. So I think what we want to do here is we actually want to hit this Royal Stalker with the Inferno.
Ooh, is it time to press the Alpha Strike button? I love the Alpha Strike button.
You were thinking the same thing about me not taking that shot, IMG.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. I realized that was not a good idea.
Let's make some bad decisions at high speed.
Alright, let's see if we can get the Madar to get the attention of this Annihilator. Heat is an issue here. Alright, so let's just do some Gosses. Or do some PPCs here.
Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up.
Alright, we hit on one. Alright. Looks like the enemy's focused more on the King Crab than our Warhawk, which is good. That was our plan. Want to encourage everyone to get engaged in the chat room. If you have any thoughts, ideas, suggestions, questions about this mod, please let me know. There's the Fire Moth. The Fire Moth is the funkiest little mech I think I've ever seen. I'm trying to figure out what a Fire Moth is good for. I guess it's fast. So I guess it's really just supposed to be a scout, right? But the weapons are not that great. It looks weird. Oof. That's a lot of firepower coming at us. Alright, Warhawk, don't fall down, please. Don't fall down. Oof, he's close to falling down. Uh-oh. Arrgh. Don't fall down, Warhawk, please.
Barely hit, Commander.
Okay, good. Barely hit.
Ready, Commander.
Alright, we need to push everybody up and take the pressure off the Warhawk here. We also need to get rid of some of these turrets, because that's what's giving us all that firepower. Oh, there's a Madar? Where do you see a Madar? Oh, you're talking about there was LRM 90 on the Madar, yeah. I think that came from this heavy... I think this might have been this MRM turret, actually. I don't think those were LRMs.
I hear ya.
Alright, let's see. Let's see what we can do with the other Timberwolf. I'd love to get rid of that last turret, but I don't want to expose that Timberwolf.
Max speed, no shooting.
So let's just go after, let's keep the Annihilator
Roger that. Firing on target.
sensor impaired. And we got some structural.
Yep.
Alright, we gotta pull the Warhawk back here. Alright. Warhawk,
Coordinates
let's
received.
pull you back. Get some of your stability back. And I know we're gonna overheat here, but if we have a chance to get rid of this heavy sniper turret, I think it'll be worth it.
Confirmed.
Yeah, I think that was worth overheating. Taking out those turrets before they can fire at us again is definitely a good thing.
Just scuffed my bank.
Alright, the Stalker blew itself up.
Something I can do.
It's always a catch-22 when an enemy blows itself up, because
Consider it done.
I'm always happy as long as it's something that I don't want to get salvage from. Let's see if we can finish off this heavy MRM turret before it shoots at us again. Very nice.
That's a kill.
Alright, that's 2 turrets down. I think some of that missile firepower was coming from one of these turrets. Probably this one here. This ALST turret. Royal Shadowhawk. Oh, what? Dude. Why are you sending Royal Shadowhawks at me? We're in clan space. I'll eat Shadowhawks for lunch. Alright, that was some missile fire from the Fire Moth.
For having all the armor.
No problem there. So IMG, I actually did talk to Bloody Doves, who's the primary developer for this mod, and he knows it's a problem, but I never really got any clear feedback from him about
Sensor lock.
if they were going to do anything about it. I agree, the AI... See, what's happening is
Good to go.
the AI, even in the base game, the AI would tell itself, hey, if I overheat,
Bug it
I'm
out.
going to die, so I'm not going to shoot all my weapons. But sometimes with BattleTech Advanced, that is not the case. Shoot, I don't want to kill this Annihilator. I don't want to kill the Annihilator. Alright, let's not use our... Let's use our ER medium lasers. I don't want to kill this Annihilator because I want to go for a headshot. So I'm just going to try to unsettle it a little bit. I might regret that. Let's see. But the King Crab could take a couple rounds from an Annihilator without too much trouble.
I'm showing minor damage.
That's what the King Crab is
What do you
here
need,
for,
Commander?
to suck up damage. Alright, Alright.
On the way, nice and slow.
Alright. Alright, this is a little unorthodox, but I really don't want that Annihilator to kill itself with heat. I think the Shadowhawk is a wasted target. But I do think this ALST turret is giving us a hard time. So let's put some fire into that turret. Indirect fire. Hopefully we'll get
Heat
some
be
hits
damned,
here.
I'm firing everything.
I think that was the right
Man,
move.
they're starting to smack me around pretty hard.
I think that was the right move there. Okay, so the Madar. Let's push up the Madar. Alright, we got Precision Strike available. You know that means we're going for the head. And let's see if we get lucky here.
See if I'm sober enough to
No, right in the center torso. Oh, that's disappointing.
I'm legally obligated
Disappointing.
to pay you unpaid per kill. I can see why people enjoy this line of work.
That would have been some nice salvage. I do like a good Annihilator. Annihilators are great for some missions and not others. So Annihilator is a great for base defense because it's basically a walking siege tower, right? But it's not good for missions where you're going to be moving because it's so darn slow. But I do like the Annihilator for certain mission types. You know, if it's a battle where you don't have to move to an objective, that's good. Base defense is good. Annihilators are great for duels because they can just sit there and take the damage.
Ready, Commander.
All right, Skewed One. Have a good night. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon. We miss your longer visits on the channel, but I understand that you got to get some rest, especially since you've been playing Fuser. Alright, so let's take out this Gauss turret if we can. Alright, so that missile load did not come from that turret or the turret above it. I'm wondering if those were MRMs that were shooting at us that one time that we got 90. Because I don't... Unless it was the
Waiting on you,
stalker,
Commander.
but it's really hard to believe a stalker could shoot 90 LRMs. That's unusual. I mean, they're awesome, but they're not that awesome. Alright, the problem is we have to deal with this stupid fire moth. I don't care about salvage on this Royal Shadowhawk, so let's just do center focus here. And kill it!
Gotcha.
I mean, Shadowhawks just don't have a chance against clan mechs. It's sad, but it's true. They just... That's how good this evil clan technology is. Alright, so now we're stuck with this fire moth, which is going to give us a nightmare just because it's so hard to hit this thing. Oh, unless we get lucky like that.
Target's taking a critical hit. Good to go.
You can put 120 clan LRM in a Stalker 3H in extended. Infernolicon, yeah, I mean, you can do that. But that's a build that you build as a gamer. Generally speaking, the AI builds are much more straightforward than that. And what I mean by that is they don't really the AI doesn't build missile boats like that. They usually build a very balanced stock mech. And a stock stalker, I don't think can field 120 LRMs. So that was my argument. It just seemed unusual that a base model stalker would put out that many LRMs. But hey, I'm always surprised by this game, so you never know. You never know.
Time to pour on the speed.
Alright, hopefully we're going to get some reinforcements here. I'd like some more salvage out of this mission. Alright, let's do an artillery strike on that turret. Hopefully we'll do some damage. Looks like we did.
Commander, they're starting to smack me around.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, we should... Logic tells me we should get some reinforcements here. This mission shouldn't be over so quickly. We've had quite a few quick missions this stream, I have to say. Right, let's push up on this last turret. Oh, we got a mech. Weren't supposed to be any units in the base. Sounds like our employers have their own data problems. Mech's powering up. Bad guys are on their way to you, boss. So it looks like they maybe had an enemy lance that was powered down.
Enemy contacts, Commander. You need to secure the area before you can proceed.
Alright, so we got a blood asp that just popped out of nowhere. Alright, let's get this turret out of the way.
LRM bins are out.
Ouch. Hard hit on our Timberwolf, but we're okay.
What can I do for you?
Alright, let's push up our other Timberwolf. We don't want our one Timberwolf by itself.
Going turbo.
They're a little fragile at this stage of the game. And our best move is going to be hopefully to finish off this turret.
Tell me what to shoot.
There we go. We got enemy reinforcements.
Target destroyed.
No, I think that's just the only mech that's left, is this enemy defender, this blood asp. I guess maybe it was shut down to surprise you. And that's why there was a... Oh, jeez. What the heck? That was a almost fully armored Timberwolf that just got taken down. What is on this Blood Asp? Alright, looks like we have a Timberwolf to rebuild. Heavy laser, heavy laser. What killed? That must have been one shot in a million or something. I don't get it. That was bizarre. You think I lost? Oh, that was a lucky headshot? Hopefully we didn't lose the pilot. Let's see. We'll see after this mission. Lucky headshot, huh?
Got past his armor.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Alright, let's finish this mission quickly so we can
Moving
see
out.
if we have a dead pilot. That would be a shame. I've lost a lot of pilots ever since we went into clan territory. I mean, I guess that goes with the territory. Pun intended.
Engaging. Commander. Acknowledged.
Let's see. I have the second highest level of medbay, so hopefully that'll increase our chances the pilot will survive.
Engaging the target.
What do you need, Commander?
You know, I also think that the faster you finish the mission also contributes to how your best chance of the enemy surviving. Or your pilot surviving. I can't prove it, but that's my theory. Alright, let's do a precision strike here. I just want to get rid of this guy.
Heat be damned, I'm firing everything. That target's having a real bad day.
He lost all 5 hit points.
I'm
Okay.
on the clock. What do you want?
Oh, that would be a bummer if we lost our pilot.
Alright, let's get down to it.
Especially since this mission was almost over, too.
Let's see if I'm smart enough to clean this up.
Alright, revenge. Headshot for a headshot, I guess.
I'm on the clock.
Alright, let's
What do you
secure
want?
the objective and see if our pilot's dead.
On
You
the
know what
way,
I
nice and
wish
slow.
I'm gonna die is if you went into clan space and you hired a pilot, you could get a clan pilot. That would be cool. Alright.
That'll do for now.
All right, I'll sit right here.
Heads up, Commander.
Ah.
Got hostile contacts inbound.
Vehicles. Oh, that sucks. I hate vehicles.
Waiting for orders.
I hate vehicles. I hate vehicles as reinforcements. Yeah, I think that would be interesting if you could get clan pilots in clan space. I could mention that. I'll mention that to Bloody Doves as something that might be a cool thing. Yeah, now I have to fight some vehicles, which means we're risking substantial damage because they have a lot of firepower. You don't get a lot of salvage out of the vehicles,
Aye, aye.
and they're hard to kill. Not a big fan of vehicles. Let's see if we can just kill these
Got
pretty
a
quick.
sensor lock on me.
But these are pretty heavy vehicles. Yeah, they could just populate the clan space with a few clan pilots. Even if it was just maybe 1 or 2 clan pilots per planet, that would be kind of cool. Because it's kind of unrealistic if I go to a clan planet and then I hire a pilot and it's just Joe Bob, the Inner
What do you
Sphere
need, Commander?
Inner Sphere pilot just hanging out waiting for a job. It's unrealistic.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, You know, if you're in clan space, you should be
Time to
able to
pour on
hire
the
some
speed.
clan mechs. Ooh, IMG. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I think that's it is a very interesting thing. I might run that by BTA. The BTA development team, and see if that's something that they would be. Theoretically, it shouldn't be too hard to design some clan pilots. Maybe they start out with a higher skill level. Maybe they're super expensive. Like, what if there was a clan pilot that was really good, but it was super expensive? Like, it cost, I don't know, like you have to pay 500,000 C-bills just to hire them, and then they have like a much higher salary. Yeah, I mean, I think that is a cool idea. I'm going to bring that up because it theoretically, it should be something that they could add into the mod pretty easily. So yeah, that's interesting. That's a good idea. All right,
Heat
so
be
let's
damned,
throw
I'm
some
firing
artillery at
everything.
these vehicles so we can cause some fire damage over
Commander,
time.
they're starting to smack me around pretty hard, and I could use some help.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's an interesting idea.
Good luck. What do you want?
I'm gonna run it by the BTA team
Decisions at high speed.
and see if there's some that I think it would be pretty easy to add on, and I think it would be a pretty cool thing if you could say,
Good to go.
well, yeah, what IMG, what I would theorize is that they would be Somala troops. So they're Somala troops that are just waiting, trying to find an honorable way to
Moving fast.
die, and that's why they're joining up with the Inner Sphere. That would be kind of the backstory in my mind. I think it would be pretty cool. So I'm going to run it by Bloody Doves, the developer. He's probably already had it suggested to him before, and he'll probably tell me that it's not something they could do. But theoretically, it should be easy to design some clan pilots. Even if they didn't have a skill tree of their own, because that might be hard to put in, they could put in a kill the Demolisher, eh? What's the Demolisher have on it? Yeah, I guess we could kill the Demolisher quickly. I'm gonna overheat here, but it'll be worth it.
This heat. It's frying my internals.
Let's finish off the Demolisher.
Understood. Moving fast.
So I'm gonna bring that idea up. I kind of really like that idea.
Got it.
You know, it would be Somala clan warriors. Maybe they're put out to pasture. Maybe they were retired and they can't get any more work. So they decide that they would like to die.
Damn it. I've got an armor breach.
They would like to die honorably in combat, and the clan is no longer giving them the ability to do that because they're too old. So that's why they become mercenary. You know, that could be a thing. And it wouldn't be very common. Like I said, even if they just put one on each planet, that would be kind of cool. These vehicles are just going to make life
Critical hit.
miserable for us. And we're not even going to get really good salvage out of it either.
What do you need, Commander? On the way, nice and slow. Heat be damned, I'm firing everything.
Yeah, Puma. Ride into the fire. Great idea. Well, at least he switched targets. If he went after the Warhawk again, we might lose it. So we're actually pretty lucky there.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Good decision, Puma.
Let's make some bad decisions. And
Alright, finally we're getting our heavy hitters up here. Let's get rid of this, hopefully get rid of this Alcorn here.
Let's see if I'm sober enough.
There's so much armor. Oh, we got some structural. Yeah, I think that would be an interesting idea.
Now who's done for having
And
a
it wouldn't be
warmer?
too hard. You would just have to write up their backstories.
Commander?
And you know, there is precedent for clanners who go on to fight as mercenaries in the Inner Sphere. So there is lore precedent for it. So it's not that crazy of an idea. HE armor? Are you
Critical hit, Commander.
HE ammo? Are you talking about HE ammo, IMG, or are you talking about Inferno? Because Inferno, for me, by far, is the weapon of choice for my
On my way.
sniper. Does so much area damage. Let's see. We can finish off this Puma. Nope, not enough.
Orders. I'm on the move.
Alright, this should definitely finish off the Puma. Come on.
Oh, want some of this?
Die, Puma. There we go. One Puma down.
One for the scrap heap.
I just dropped my coffee and I'm fucking angry.
Yeah, HE is better for... well, actually, IMG, if you have a good sensor lock, shape charges are the best for tanks. Because you can pop the turret off really quickly.
Double time. Let's go.
But if you don't have a good sensor lock, then yeah, HE works very good against tanks. The reason I'm using Inferno is it does do damage over time. And if the vehicles want to play coy and just stay undercover, they can't do that if you use Inferno, because they'll eventually
What do you
burn
need,
themselves
Commander?
up. So,
On the way, nice and slow.
like, let's see if I can find a good example. So, all right. So we have a pretty good chance of hitting this Puma assault tank and the von Luckner and the Alcorn. So if I switch to shape charges and we do a precision strike on the Puma, this actually does a lot of damage right on top
Heat
of
be
the
damned,
turret.
I'm firing everything.
See, so we actually pushed through a
That
lot
target's
of the
having a real
armor
bad day.
and got some hits on the turret with that shape
On the
charge.
clock. What do you want?
So that's why I like to use shape. I like to use shape charges when I have a solid lock, unless I'm using Inferno. All right, let's finish off this Alcorn if we can. You know what? I'm even going to overheat here because I don't want this Alcorn to shoot
See
again.
if I'm sober enough to line this up.
And I overheated for nothing.
Yeah, it's getting pretty fucking warm in here.
No, tanks can't overheat. But tanks do take extra damage from fire. They take a lot of damage over time from fire.
Good to go.
So that's why the Inferno can still work on
Moving
tanks
to
even
position.
if they can't overheat. Alright, let's tell me we can finish off this Alcorn here. There we go, there goes the Alcorn.
One less vehicle.
Those are nasty because of all the Gauss rifles. Alright, let's keep our Warhawk in the fight, but as far away from the enemy as we can. goes the Puma. Alright, one more vehicle. IMG, I'm pretty sure if my pilot wasn't dead before, he's probably dead now.
Position confirmed.
And who is it? Oh, it's Bloody Doves. We can't have Bloody Doves die. He's the developer of this mod. That would make me so sad. He should make himself unkillable. That's what I would do. If I was the developer of the mod, I would be in it and I wouldn't be able to die. I really love all of the streamers that they put into the mod. It's really cool.
I copy.
Finish off this Von Luckner. See if our pilot is alive or dead. Yeah, that's true. My main guy, my main player character actually did die, so I can't actually take him in the field, but he still shows as alive in the barracks, and I can't fire him because he's me. So he's kind of like a ghost. He's a ghost that commands my mech company. That's the only way I can describe it. Because whenever I put him in a mech and put him on the planet, he's dead and he can't do anything. But everywhere else, he's perfectly fine. Alright, moment of truth. Please, hopefully Bloody Doves didn't die. Oh, Bloody Doves died. Oh, man. I don't know if he's going to keep letting me stream his mod if I killed him. That is unfortunate. I'll have to tell him. He'll find it hilarious that he died. Ah, that was one of my favorite characters. Alright, we'll take the Annihilator. And, well, let's look at components first. Alright, is there anything too good? Oh, you know what? We need the Clan Gauss rifles so we can rebuild the Madar. So let's get those. Because I do feel like it was a better build with double heatsink kit. Double heatsink kit? No, of course not. But I've got all the double heatsinks I could ever want. But no double heatsink kit. Killing me, Smalls. Alright, so we'll take the blood ass parts. And Bloody Doves died. I'm so sad. Alright, so we got the Annihilator. We got enough parts to put a blood ass together, I'm pretty sure. And got some ERPPCs. Lots of Clan Gauss rifles. Heavy large laser. So, yeah, things are good. So, unfortunately, we lost Bloody Doves on this mission. Rest in peace, Bloody Doves. Hopefully, you'll still continue to develop this mod, even though you've passed away. So, some notes I'm going to take back to Bloody Doves. The developer of this BTA is number 1. We need to look at the overheating for the enemy mechs and their suicides, because it is a big thing. Then we have the fact that Bloody Doves died here. So let's look at our memorial wall. We've lost 2 pilots since we came to Clan Space. We lost Bloody Doves, we lost Scrub, and we lost Wolfbanes. Bloody Doves hit in the head by an enemy blood asp. So sad. So sad. But he had a great record. He killed, let's see, let's do the math. So he killed 60 mechs for 1 kill, 1 death. So he killed 60 to 1. Ghost deployment. Ghost development. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, I'm going to tell him about the fact that my pilot is dead but not dead. And then I'm going to talk to him about the potential for putting some clan pilots in. I think that would be a cool idea. So that's it for the stream. We'll see you again tomorrow at 6 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. We'll do some more streaming. And also later on tonight, in the early evening, IMG, who's one of our moderators, and I are going to play some Mech Warrior 5, which is a lot more fun when you play with friends than it is when you're playing with just the AI. On that note, we'll talk to you soon. Hopefully you had a good day, and see you next time.